Well, with the version 2 software, there are 50 additional features that are added to 02R96 and DM2000 to start with.
You want to pull it up a little bit more?
What we have going on is when you add version 2 to one of these machines, you can install the add-on packs of effects. We have a channel strip effects that are virtual circuitry modeling, which basically, rather than modeling the output of a device, we've gone down and modeled the components at the component level. So the resistors, the caps, all the signal path has been modeled. And that's really a good sounding approach to it. We've got an 1176 type compressor model. We've got a DBX 160, 166 compressor model. There's a 70s vintage Neve style EQ model. And there's also what we call open deck, which is a tape machine model. It allows you to choose Studer tape machines and Ampix tape machines that you can insert that on the main stereo bus or onto individual tracks for processing. For sound reinforcement applications, there's a user-definable layer on a remote layer where you can go and set up input and output faders on a single layer. So if you had drums in a group or mute groups and fader groups assigned, drums in a group, vocals in a group, you can have input faders and output faders on a single layer of the console. So that's kind of a nice thing for sound reinforcement guys. It allows them to just take the most important material and have it all in a single layer to be controlled at one time, rather than jumping in between the different layers of the mixer. There's some things that are set up for broadcast. You can set up mix minuses, so if you have a feed and stereo feed out an aux or a matrix, you can select that and then pull individual tracks out of that mix, so you can set up mix minuses for applications. Let's see. Let me get the okay. In software, there's a new version of DM2000 and 02R96 Manager software. What we have is we're going to have resizable, scalable patch window, cursor-based operation where you can go in and use the cursor to edit values from the software. You can hide and show blocks of parameters. So if you're looking at a channel strip and you really just want to see the EQ, you can then block out the other sections so you can kind of focus on the EQ itself. We've got multiple editor support and multiple window support capability. You can have long stroke channel meters, which actually is a higher resolution meter for display on the PC. The surround editor has a 6.1 channel support, so not only do we have 5.1 and 3.1 for television, but we also have 6.1 support. And we have patch libraries and scene memories are linked, so they don't have to be recalled separately. And that's a nice cool new feature. And let's take a look at the effects add-on packs. In the Studio Manager software, this is what the graphic is going to look like. So it's a real nice looking graphic, and when customers are checking it out, and they like to have the first impression is really important. So when you see this thing, it has a real polished kind of look for the end user. And the RevX, the reverb plugins. In our SPX 2000 unit that's just coming out now, they've redesigned the algorithms, and they're also running at 96K, and those new algorithms that have been added are called RevX. So basically it's just a more lush sounding, higher resolution, just warmer, sweeter sounding reverb algorithms, and those are going to be available not only in the SPX 2000 but also in the version 2 upgrade for DM2000 and 02R96.